Hi Virgo, welcome to your powerful messages for February 2025 general reading. This is your girl Mermaid Scales Tarot. Thank you so much for joining me here. This is a general reading for the Sun, Moon, Rising Venus, and or any other strong placement for the sign of Virgo. This is a general reading, so please keep that in mind. Only take what resonates with you and leave what doesn't for someone who really needs to hear this message. So Virgo, I'm going to take this as a reading of anything you need to hear right now that I will try to focus in as much as the month of February of anything that has happened that you need more clarity on or anything that you still need to be aware of what's to come this month. But I'm also very open to taking this as a timeless reading. So whenever it happens for you in your own time frame will meant to be happening. If you find this at a later time, then that is the time you meant to hear this message. And this can take any aspect in regards to your love life, your career and finances, your spiritual evolution. But whatever spirit would like to talk about shall be said. So let's go ahead and get this reading started. I'm first going to use my sound bowl here to clear, set the energy, and do a mini meditation with you guys. But if you just want to jump right on into the card pull to see what the cards have to say, check out the pinned comment below with all the timestamps. For those of you here with me now, thank you so much for joining me. It really does help me connect to your energy by doing this. So I'm going to ask everyone to take a deep breath in. I'm going to ring the sound bowl 3 times. And during that time, I just want you to open up your energy to ask the questions you may have in regards to what's going on. If you need further clarity on something or need to know more about something that's kind of hard to see right now, ask those questions and we'll see what Spirit has to say. So let's go ahead and take that deep breath in. And tune into the energy of Virgo. All right, Virgo, let's go ahead and see what Spirit has in store for you as regard to these messages that you need to hear right now. Anything Spirit wants to open your eyes to, wants you to prepare for. Let's first kind of pull some cards to see like the general theme of this, like where this may be impacting your life or what Spirit wants you to talk about straight up, what Spirit wants to point out to you as well. So tell me, what is the message for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, any other strong placement? For my virgins, Virgo. Okay, first card out. We have number 32, Angel of Divine Timing. Okay, so this is a message that Spirit wants to convey to you, Virgo, that something right now is being affected by divine timing. Divine timing takes place when there's something that is still being worked in the background that has to complete before it is given to you in the 3D, or that, there's just certain things that are affecting this that is outside of your control, but know that your prayers, your intentions, what you've been wanting to manifest have been heard and it's in the works. You have a powerful spirit team at hand that is doing all that they can on the spiritual side to make this happen. Now you just have to trust. And I know that's a message that's really hard to kind of rein in, especially when you want something so badly, you want it to happen now. But I always use the example of like baking. You have to have it at the right temperature, cook it at the right time. If you take a cake out too early, it's just gross and gooey on the inside. And what was the point of even starting to make the cake if you weren't going to wait for the right time for it to come out? And that's like the best like metaphor I can give in this situation about whatever this is that you've been manifesting or wanting to hold vision to or been wanting to have faith in. Trust me, it is in the works right now. And that's what your spirit team wants you to be aware of at this time. So tell me more about this energy for Virgo. What is in divine timing at work here for Virgo? Tell me a bit more, Spirit. Okay, we have self-acceptance. Interesting. So with this self-acceptance card, what I'm kind of feeling here is that some of you guys need to accept right now that what you have done is enough. I feel like maybe because I'm married to a Virgo, my descendant sign is Virgo, but it's like I feel Virgos can be very hard on themselves and very critical, and people are like, oh, Virgo's a critical sign. No, it's really like they're critical on themselves. And I think that this is where Spirit is saying, Virgo, you have not done anything to block this. You have not done anything that has prevented this. What you have put the work in was enough. Now let us do our job, okay? And I feel that's the part of where Spirit wants you to kind of embrace that. So there is no blockages from, thinking if you're ready to receive this or if you can receive this at all. Spirit wants you to put that to the side here because that is not, the case of what Spirit wants you to think or focus on as to why maybe something hasn't manifested yet. And I think with this self-acceptance card, Virgo, it also comes at a thing of like, what shall be, will be, what is mine, will be mine. Knowing that and accepting that, I can like put this back in the universe, Spirit's hands and let what I can do currently, what I can focus on, I can put my effort and energy into that. But the things that I have no control over, I just have to surrender that. I have to let that go and trust that I feel so strongly about this because it's meant to be for me. And I think that's something that Spirit really does want to help you in, especially for those that are kind of struggling with the timing right now. Yeah, and Spirit wants to reiterate through me to you, you've done everything, all right? And you've done everything right. You've done everything in the way that you could have. So let us do the rest. And some of you are like, well, I've been waiting so long. I understand the frustration behind that, but again, what you may be manifesting is something that is not small. It could be something that could, be a turning point in your life, which takes time. So with that being said, I think for a lot of you, this will come this year. That's what I want to reiterate. It's not going to take another year. It's not going to take a few years. 2025 is meant to be the year this fully comes in. And it comes in after a long time of hope, of a long time of hard work, a lot of time of dedication. And some of you, I'm even hearing specifically May. So I wonder if some of you are dealing with someone with like a May birthday, or May is like a deadline you set for yourself with this. It's an important month for some of you, and maybe for a lot of you, that's when this fully comes in. But again, it's different for each and every one of you. Let's go ahead and pull some tarot to get a little bit more specific into this. Tell me more. Okay, so we have the Queen of Air. Yeah. Libra energy. Some of you could have strong Libra in your chart. You could be a Virgo, Libra, cusper. Does not have to be the case. But this is someone who's independent, experienced, realistic, and witty. Objective decision making, clearing away all that no longer serves you, seeing the humor in a situation. Okay, so I'm feeling for some of you guys, if there's any final steps to this, there's some clearing you have to do. And it has to come with the fact that maybe there's some beliefs about yourself that you're meant to cut away in order for you to be fully prepared for when this comes. You will take the advantage of it without hesitation, without doubt, without fear. So like your preparedness for this, or if you're truly ready for this. And yeah, it comes from people who have a little bit of anxious thinking, and someone that, knows that very well. I feel Spirit wants you to kind of, before this comes into, the 3D, to focus on maybe any fears that are holding you back or doubts that are holding you back. And I feel a lot of you guys are tuning in or starting to become a lot more Queen of Air energy, which this is feminine air. So it's definitely someone that like knows their boundaries, knows their expectations, will not settle for less, sees the vision, puts the work in, but then, will cut out anything that tries to dissuade, distract, or, just set that goal further away. And maybe there's certain beliefs around that you need to cut, certain people around you that you made to cut that, are just holding you back or weighing you down. It's different than what I was feeling for the other signs. It's kind of like just a drain, more so than anyone that's looking to get at you or vengeance over you. It's just draining people or draining situations that quite frankly has taken a little bit too much from you. And so Spirit wants you to be kind of clear on whatever this intention, whatever this manifestation is, and cut the things, situations, lifestyles, foods that are draining you, Virgo. It's important to kind of identify those things, because I think that is an impact on the divine timing here. So that's one thing you can do that maybe some of you have not yet done or are currently doing that will help the timing of this work in your favor. Tell me more. Okay, then we have the Hanged Man. Yep, and here's the divine timing at play. And it says, look at things from a different perspective, a temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Wow, this is a beautiful way of timing in the divine timing card with the self-acceptance that we've seen. This is Pisces energy, by the way. So Spirit is asking during this time of pause, there's a need for a change in perspective. And again, this may come around self-belief, self-acceptance, self-preparedness. Or it could be, like I said, draining situations, draining people where you're seeing this no longer helps you. Or having this energy, having this lifestyle, having this person or environment in your life is kind of what is the last thing that needs to clear away. Because it is like distorting your perception. It's distorting your mindset in a way I think a lot of you were not really aware of until either this message, until recently, or you will soon find out, like, wow, like once that kind of, I put a step back away from that, how much better and clearer I see things. And I do feel some of you guys are going through or have been going through a spiritual awakening about yourself and about, the things that maybe you used to believe in that you no longer believe in anymore, and how much that has kind of risen your frequency in that case. And so Spirit wants this awakening to fully process before this can be in the 3D. And a lot of it with the Queen of Air with self-acceptance, and now with the Hanged Man, has to come from a certain understanding of something that has been in your life for too long, a certain belief, a certain lifestyle that is meant to kind of shed away at this time, be cut away at this time now. And for some of you, I feel codependent energy around you. And I don't feel it's you being codependent, but people being codependent towards you. And, again, like I think you could still maintain a relationship, but I think there needs to be boundaries. And someone just doesn't want to detach from you emotionally. And I think that has been kind of a big struggle for some of you guys. Maybe you feel loyalty or duty towards this person. They could be a sibling, they could be a friend, they could be a family member or a romantic partner perhaps, but it's taking away a little bit of you in a sense. And I think some of you guys are kind of starting to awaken that and to see that. Okay, tell me more. Tell me more about this energy for Virgo, about this message for Virgo. Okay, that's too many. I love all the messages for my Virgos, but let's keep it to something where we can read. Okay, there we go. 2 of Air. Interesting. So now I'm seeing 2s. So your birthday could be September 2nd, September 12th, September 22nd, or August 22nd for a few of you. But it says being unable or unwilling to make a decision, a stalemate, pretending there is no problem. This is what Spirit wants to try to prevent before it happens, which is why Spirit is trying to kind of magnify your Queen of Air energy before this decision comes to place, because it feels like a tough decision to make. It feels like one that you may feel impartial to, or not impartial per se, but you could see both sides. Therefore, it's kind of hard to, be firm on one stance, especially if someone else has a really good argument that they're trying to convince you of. Again, very strong Libra energy here. So Spirit wants you to trust yourself, Virgo, when this happens, or when this stalemate happens, or when, this time for change is something that you need to decide the starting point of. So maybe for some of you guys, it's a good time to like kind of maintain a schedule, maintain a checklist, write down some goals, and don't let anything kind of compromise that. Like, say to yourself, this is the promise I made. This is the promise I'm going to keep to myself. And if anything tries to stand or interfere with that, that's a sign of what I need to shed, what I need to see in a different way, and maybe what I need to kind of, detach from. Anything that stands in the way of those goals or those habits that I'm trying to form for myself. Bottom of the deck, we have the Fool card with Dreamer. Interesting. Aquarius energy, Aries energy. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Okay, this is what's to come out on the other side once divine timing now is satisfied with, everything that has been done. You've reclaimed your understanding and self-acceptance. You've shed the things that could be, devaluing that or preventing that. You will have a whole new chapter, and life as you know it could very much change in the most positive way possible. Once all that is shed, it's like you're coming out of this in a new freedom, in a new frequency, and an exciting, all right, that chapter's over. What is next? I'm ready for it type of vibe. That some of you, like, even if you feel you're prepared right now, there's still something left to shed it. It's like the last step or the last thing before you could fully be in this Fool card energy. So Spirit may be helping you in finding ways of what that is to identify it. And it's anything that could be blocking, progression, anything that could be blocking your goals towards that, people's opinions or people trying to stop you or discourage you. Or again, like, even if this is not people related, it's something that maybe you try a certain way and there's just setback after setback. For example, you're driving to the interview, your car hits a tire that bursts, then you have to take it to the auto shop, and then it's going to be this big, bill to get it done by the day you have to wait. So then you reschedule, and then once the rescheduled date, they get sick, something like that, where it's just like, man, like, why do I keep hitting these blocks? And it's usually, from my experience, things that Spirit is trying to stop happening, because not that it has to be a horrible thing that's going to happen, but maybe it's just not right for you and you don't see that yet. So again, I would try to kind of take time to identify with your Queen of Air energy, unbiased, realistic, really observing the things that could be kind of repeating itself as things that you need to shed, and then do the thing to make that happen where you detach yourself. And it will help this type of energy if it comes up of someone or something trying to resist your decision a lot easier. And then once you pass that, I think the Fool card energy will open something brand new in your life. So that's amazing. Sorry if you hear my dogs trying to come in. They're a little hungry. I think I'm about to feed them right after this. But okay, tell me more about this energy for Virgo. Okay, we have acceptance again. Wow. Acceptance is a big theme here for a lot of you. And it says, see yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. Now, this is a really good card I'm feeling about this message coming through. And it's about compassionate detachment. This took me a very long time to learn as someone that's a Pisces rising and a Cancer sun. I usually try to just stay out with the people, just try, I feel bad and I feel like I could be abandoning them, so I stay in it for too long. Through working with Kuan Yin, which may be a deity you're aware of, if not, I would look up Kuan Yin and see how maybe she can help you with this, because she really helped me with this on a personal level. You can still care about someone. You can still want to be friends with someone, but not at the expense of your energy, of your integrity, of your loyalty in a way, and especially if it's not being met. And I don't feel like this energy, if it is a person, is meaning to do this, but they just are natural drainers until they have their own awakening, until they have their own understanding of not being in a victim mindset, of doing things that can change. I think Virgo, through this acceptance card that's coming forward, a part of it wants to relieve any guilt you feel by detaching from this situation or person. And by accepting, right now, this person's not ready for change. This person's not ready to come with me on this part of my path. I can still contact them every now and then, but to the point where I was, or the involvement of a situation or a lifestyle I was in, it can't follow me at this point. So I need to accept that I'm at a different place now. They're at a different place now. And that's okay. And so I feel like that's kind of something, again, where divine timing is waiting for this acceptance to be fully reassured. And maybe there'll be tests from it. So, for example, they'll notice that you haven't contacted or you've kept your space. So then they'll try to do something dramatic to get you to come back over, to get you to kind of cater to them. That will be, delaying the divine timing of this. And this is just an example, right? But however this applies, I think you guys are kind of seeing the situation as it is, accepting you've done all that you could, or even if there's some things to still kind of understand, deal with, and shed, that this is the situation I'm at right now, despite me wanting someone or something to be different. I can accept that, that is not the case, and that I can be someone independent from that, despite what I've always been taught or what I always felt about the situation. I hope this is kind of making sense, but really, I think for a lot of you, the big key to this being fully completed, to where you can enter this Fool era, is the acceptance of what has happened, what needs to happen. And it almost feels like ripping off the Band-Aid of a situation. All right, tell me more for Virgo. Okay. Then we have, oh my God, full moon in Virgo. You are good enough. So some of you could have multiple Virgo placements, or some of you watching this has a Virgo moon. Doesn't have to be the case, right? But wow, yeah. For some of you, if it's not your message, again, bear with me. But some of you may have stepped this person around, or this lifestyle around, because there was something they did or at a time made you feel really good. And so again, there's some duty or loyalty towards that. But this new version of yourself you're trying to have, that may not be in alignment with what you're holding on to or what you've been a part of for so long, is not helping you reach to the full potential. It was definitely a part of your journey, and definitely a part of your path that helped you get to this point, but it's done all that it can. And you are good enough to live on without it, or at least not be so involved in it as you once were. And you are good enough to have this happen for you. You are good enough for this to manifest and receive. I think with the timing, your patience is running low, which is very normal. And some of you kind of doubt if it's meant for you, if you're good enough for it. And Spirit's saying, you absolutely are, Virgo. Trust me, there are other things. I hope I've helped identify those other things. And if you've already done it and you're just waiting for the outcome, it will come very soon. Maybe even for some of you, if not May, then Virgo season, big time here. But yeah, I think there's a lot still for most of you to understand, or to see in a different way, and to accept in a different way. And for some of you, it's just knowing you're good enough. Wow. Okay. Let's go ahead and get one more card for Virgo and see if there's anything else I can tell Virgo. Any other advice I have for Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus? Okay, we have your calling. Interesting. The like landscape of this is reminding me of like Santorini, Greece. I wonder if some of you guys have like Greek ancestry, Greek relatives, or like a past life in Greece. Could just be a random confirmation for someone out there. But it says, your life's purpose is like an awakening to put your gifts and talents to good use and enjoy the journey of life. Awakening is coming out now again. So many synchronicities in your reading. But yeah, I think you guys are kind of awakening to the true purpose of, you know, this experience, whether it was something that you are realizing this pause had to happen so I could realize the certain things that are still holding me back. Realize your true journey that some of you have felt called to for a long time, but didn't feel prepared for, didn't feel ready for, but Spirit's trying to amp you up and say you are ready for this. But I definitely feel a part of this message is trying to say that this is your calling, this is your purpose, and therefore it will be. Kind of the same message as I was saying in the repeated, or in the beginning part of this reading, excuse me, is now kind of coming through at this time. And so maybe having that affirmation will help you kind of settle with the timing of this and understand that nothing can prevent you from what is meant to be yours. And I hope that this reading has helped you understand that, Virgo. So thank you so much for joining me for this reading. I really hope it helped you. I hope it's giving you the clarity, insight, healing, and guidance in regards to anything that you may be going through that you need better understanding of or to be more aware of. And I just want to quickly add that my Patreon is live right now, and I will do exclusive live readings for my Patreon subscribers that are not going to be available for YouTube. And for some of you that have been subscribed to me for a very long time, it will be reminiscent of some of my older ways of reading that I can't do on YouTube, the cards I can't show on YouTube. And also, if you are a part of my channel and subscribe to my channel, you will only have to pay a one-time fee every month to have access to all my extended readings I post, where you don't have to repurchase. It's just, you know, every video that comes out, you will just need to pay that one fee every month and you'll be set and good to go to have access to it all, with a bunch of other great perks that I wanted to provide for my biggest Mermaid Scales Tarot fans. So if you're interested in that Patreon, I will be posting the link to it in the timestamp comment as well as the description box of this video. But Virgo, if this is where you depart, I just really hope that this helped you, resonated with you, and please let me know. Drop a comment below, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe. I love you, Virgo, very much, and I'll see you next time. Take care, Virgo.